Hi, it's a pleasure for us to be presenting this project called IBM AI Challenge, finalists from Colombian section in student branch success case category. Unemployment is a common problem in not only Latin American countries as Colombia, but also around the world. In this graphic, we observe Latin American countries with highest unemployment rates. In Colombia, and probably in more Latin countries, there is an existing gap between industry and academy, due to, in big matter, and practical knowledge acquired by students. In other words, students finish college without knowing what the real needs of the industry are. But we cannot stop here. What can be a partial solution to decrease this gap? Here, the IBM AI challenge came to place, with the idea of solving a real issue, creating interdisciplinary groups using the latest technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data mining. The organization, in cooperation with the multinational IBM and a Colombian company called Colsubsidio, determined the health sector as a social and industry problematic preserved in not only Colombia but also worldwide. Quantifying the issue, we can show that the cost of priority access to health services and monthly salary that most of the people receive in the country. The salary of a regular person for the current year is 834,000 Colombian pesos, around 240 US dollars. And the average cost for prepaid health service is, in average, 184,000 Colombian pesos, 53 US dollars monthly. This represents about the 21% of a regular person's salary, and for most of the people, it is unaffordable due to the necessity of attending other expenses such as food, bills, rent, and so on. Moreover, people lose a lot of time by moving from a place to another due to daily traffic that occurs in major cities. People also die for automedicating. According to a study from the Universidad de La Sabana, the bad use of medicine is the sixth cause of death in Colombia. Respiratory problems, kidney problems, and cardiac complications are the most common detected conditions. Around 180,000 people die in Colombia because of medical negligence. The main reasons are mistakes in treatments, late diagnostics, and the popular Paseo de la Muerte. And here is how this problem was faced. This challenge based in the use of machine learning and IA with IBM cloud tools. Students worked for the connectivity between the different stakeholders in health sectors such as doctor, nurse, clinical laboratories, and the user. To seek this aim, there were three main organizations besides the student branch involved in the organization of the challenge. IBM, as a technical manager, helped with AI technical workshops in order to give all the teams the same opportunities and tools for solving the challenge. Three workshops took place: introduction to the service of IBM Cloud, the correct use of Watson APIs, and Watson Studio. Also, they gave the participants the opportunity to familiarize with the industry requirements by visiting the IBM's data center in Bogota. This activity was accompanied by talks where participants had the opportunity to receive feedback on their oral presentations with the IBM recruiting and talent team. Innovandes, a soft skill developer manager, helped with two sessions that took place by this organization, where topics like idea development, business models, and pitch deck were held. The Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineer of the university provided help with the organization of sessions by reserving classrooms for meetings and either technical and non-technical workshops. They also helped with computer renting for students and publicity of the different events using banners. And finally, the Uniandes student branch as main organizers. We started with the initiative of organizing a challenge. This emerged from the partnership idea with IBM that us, as a group, established. Also, there was a need of constant communication between students and collaborators, in which we performed that task through social network diffusion, which led to a successful challenge development. In terms of implementation, students had to create interdisciplinary groups as a special requirement. One of them had to be an IEEE member, which also helped the student branch recruiting members. Due to the magnitude of the event, we had to have into account several aspects for its correct development. The first one was the time of the students, by being aware of the critical periods during the semester in which they are most likely to have higher demand of academic assignments. The second one was the effective communication in order to solve all the doubts and questions by part of the participants by hand of the organizers. The last one was the equal knowledge in terms of interdisciplinarity about artificial intelligence. It was great to know doing a post challenge survey that approximately 80% of students learned about AI from zero. Continuing, these are some results of the activity. 15 proposals for the first stage of the challenge were delivered, and there was an acceptance of 33% of them for the development of the MVP and the final stage of the challenge. Winners developed a platform which covers all the health sector actors, making the life of the doctors and patients a lot easier. They built a whole interface for both the user and doctor that schedule appointments with doctor based on the machine diagnosis according to user pain and laboratory results. The department awarded the winners with 70 US dollars. By other hand, IBM provided artificial intelligence tech with their startup program to help winners with the technological development of their platform. Finally, Innovandes helped winners design business models and constructing the basics of the startup. Lastly, during the award ceremony, the Uniandes branch chair got the recognition of the first IBM ambassador in the Colombian universities. As closing remarks during the closing ceremony that took place at Uniandinos, the senior members club from the university, the final jury were guest experts in the field of IBM APIs, healthcare, business models, and the coordinator of a student activity committee in Colombian section, Alejandra Escorcia. With the invitation of Alejandra, it was shown that the challenge could be replicated to a national scale. This happened a few weeks later, where 32 teams from 14 universities worked in a challenge focused in natural disasters. This event had national success. The IBM AI Challenge is in full capacity of being replicated in a regional scale, tackling significant problems using emerging technologies such as IA. As final conclusions, this activity was an excellent opportunity for students to get familiarized with the labor field requirements and the issues that must be addressed to solve this type of demands. The organization of this activity was a complete challenge full of unforeseens, which help us acquire experience in the organization of events, the management of people, and how to overcome difficulties. All of this will help us in the organization of future activities of this kind. Thank you for your attention.